Hi guys. Um, I don't know if I should sit down, but I don't want to sit down, so I'm just gonna stand. I'm hoping not to do a long video, cause I don't have storage. But anyways, let me just try to position the camera properly. Anyways, this is a very long anticipated video. I don't know why I look shiny yet. I'm trying to edit it. It does not want. This is old request. I've been asked a couple of times to do a story time, so I'm gonna say this is a story time life update. So if you don't know me, my name is Fato Tema, and I go by Fato on YouTube, and I am currently 20 years old. So for those who don't know, last year I got pregnant, and I didn't really what is the word? I didn't share my journey on social media or anything like that. Not I don't really have a reason. I just felt like I need my own privacy, and that's how I felt like at the time. So yeah, that's what happened. So I've been asked to do a story time on how I found out I was pregnant, pregnancy journey, all of that. So I hope this video is not gonna be too long, but I'm trying to minimize it, so maybe I'll do a part 2. Anyways, okay, this is so awkward because this is not my first time ever speaking about this to people who don't know me. Even to people who know me, they don't really know what happened. But anyways, this happened last year in May. So I got pregnant in May, and obviously, guys, I know you guys are gonna like, guys, can we just make this obvious? Obviously, we're grown-ups. You know what happens and how someone gets pregnant. So that happened, and it's not something that purposefully happened. Yes, there were precautions and measures that were taken so that I don't fall pregnant, but it happened. And I found out, I think 2 weeks later, after my expectation date of my period, I waited. Literally, I waited for my period, and I saw signs, guys. I had stomach cramps. So normally I do have stomach cramps before I get my period. So I was like, okay, this is normal. Mind you, this is June, and it's cold, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's the weather. Maybe the weather is delaying my period. And I'm like, okay, no, my period is gonna come. Okay, it's fine. I relax, and I was supposed to have my period end of May. So when it delays, I'm like, no, it's just the weather. I'll be fine. So I start having cramps. I'm like, okay, no, it's fine. Don't worry, nothing is wrong with you. Okay, continue with my life. And then 2 weeks later, I start experiencing like nausea. Not really per se vomiting, but I just change. My body changes drastically. I cannot take in the smell of fried food. Anything that's fried, I can't. Mind you, I live at Race, and I live with 4 other people. So every time someone would cook and they would fry something, that smell would trigger me. And the one day I was like, girl, something is wrong. I was frying wings. I decided, no, let me make wings. Since I don't really feel like eating, let me make wings. I made wings. Guys, guess what? I don't eat them. I literally get this feeling that this food is gonna come back. I tried eating one, and I was like, nah, I'm not eating them. And then I started craving wraps. For the first 2 weeks, I ate wraps, just wraps. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna buy wraps. And I got wraps, and that was what I ate that day. And then I started telling my significant other that, no, man, something is wrong. Something is wrong, and this is not normal. This is not the usual me. Like, okay, my phone is tilting, but yeah, this is not the usual me. By this time I would have long gotten my period, and then I take not precautionary measures, but I do what is supposed to be done, and I go to the pharmacy, and I get a pregnancy test, and I was like, I'm definitely getting clear blue because I feel like it's very accurate. I buy the clear blue, and I don't take it on that day. The next day, I'm like, okay, let me just be brave. Mind you, this is my first time ever taking a pregnancy test. I don't even know how to work it, but obviously we just know you have to pee on the stick and all that. So I did that, peed on the stick, and I put it under my pillow. Under my pillow. Mind you, I have a roommate, and I wait for her to leave first, so that I can like take a sneak peek of what it says. Because obviously everyone has getting my reaction, and I don't want to go to the toilet. Because remember, I live with 4 other people, so I'm like, no, I don't want someone trying to go to the toilet and I'm there and I'm literally in shock or something is happening in the toilet, you know. Let me give people their space. So I wait for her to leave, and then she leaves. And then, mind you, I just came back from class. I'm tired. I was sleeping all the time. Also, I noticed that when I walk, my legs would like literally cramp. Like there's literally a point where I remember having to rush to class and my legs wouldn't respond. I had to wait, literally stop in the moment, just so my legs could like get used to my pace, which was not normal because I would normally run to class. I couldn't run anymore. And then I'm like, okay, let me take a sneak peek. And when I look at it, it says pregnant +3. I'm like, pregnant? Am I pregnant? And I don't know, guys, it took me so long to actually adjust to it, and I'm like, ain't no way I'm pregnant. Ain't no way. I call my significant other, I tell him, and obviously he was not in anywhere near me. He was in a different province, so he's like trying to calm me down, and I'm like stressed, I'm crying, like, it's alright, don't cry, we're gonna figure it out. And I'm there like stressed out, guys, like I'm gushing, like there's so many emotions going on in my head. I'm like, oh my god, I'm in first year, why will I even tell my mom, you know? And I called my mom. The craziest part is that I called my mom, and instead of me telling her, I hang up and I'm like, no, I'm not ready. And then she's like, why did you hang up, what's wrong? And I'm like, no, never mind, I wanted to ask something, I got the answer. And then she was like, okay, it's fine. And then for the next 2 weeks I go on a roller coaster of emotions. And honestly, I know people are gonna say like, you had an option, but for me, I don't feel like I had one. Honestly, I don't feel like I had an option. So I was like, okay, now we have this problem, and what are we gonna do? And this is me with my significant other. And then I was like, okay, it's fine, since I'm going home in July, I'll tell my parents. And I don't know, I was like, okay, it's fine, I'm gonna deal with everything, I'm gonna deal with the judgment that comes with people. It's okay, guys, I'm not gonna die, okay? And then as time goes on, it started to hit me that, okay, girl, you're pregnant. And then I don't go to the doctor or anything to confirm. I'm like, no, I am pregnant, I know myself. And then as days go by, the period, at first I was delusional. I was like, nah, the period is gonna come, clear blue is just lying. And then and then time goes by and I'm like, okay, this is starting to get real. And then the week before I have to go home, I'm like, there's no way, I'm gonna go home and not tell my mom. And I text her, I'm like, mom, I have something to tell you, please don't get mad. And knowing my mom's a strict mom, so me saying please don't get mad is me automatically saying get mad, girl, like prepare to get mad. Okay, so I tell her, and then she's like, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want the baby? And I'm like, yeah, I want the baby. And honestly, I felt like I didn't have an option. Honestly, I felt like I didn't have an option. So I was like, yeah, this is my baby and I'm gonna have to struggle it out. And I was like, okay. Obviously, she was mad. She didn't understand, like, how, why, when I know what I'm supposed to do. I know the right thing. I'm old enough, So, okay, that's fine. And then the next thing that comes in my head is telling my dad. My dad is strict more than my mom. So I'm like, okay, I'm going home. And my mom's like, we have to go to the doctor when you get here, because you can't just continue being like, I'm pregnant, but you don't do anything. There's things you have to do, test, all that. Okay, and then when I got home, my mom was like, and she's still in shock at the time. She started shouting at me and all that. And oh, child, it was not nice. Honestly, it was not nice. I at some point felt like I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done with life, And I'm like, it's me being unfair, It's me being unfair. And I accepted my fate, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. I'll battle it out. And then we go to the doctor. Fine. The doctor checks if the baby is okay. Everything is fine. Okay, there's a helicopter distracting me right now. But anyways, it's fine. And then we go to the doctor. We go back home. And when we get home, my dad can, like, the medical aid is his, right? He's the main member, so he can see the claims before anything. So he asked us the question, what are we going to do to the doctor? Because my mom had not told my dad. And then obviously, hell break loose, and I like tell him what happened. I'm pregnant, and it was not nice, guys. Like, having to see my parents, hearing them disappointed, like saying all those things, it was not nice. It's still not nice, honestly, but I learned my lesson, and I'm like, okay, it's all right. You're gonna do this, guys. I cried that day, like, I cried. I hear my parents tell me all of those things. Like, you hear things that are true, they're true, but you're like trying to be delusional. Like, no, like, no, it's not true. They're like, also, what was in my mom's and my dad's mind is that I am gonna pick to not go back to school, and I am definitely not doing that. Child, who's gonna feed my baby? No. So yeah, and then I think my dad didn't speak to me for like the next 2 days, but I don't know, we got into it. Obviously, they're gonna ask you who's that dad, all that, and then yeah, I had to tell them and everything, and then I had to go back to school at the end of the month. And now coming back, my belly's starting to grow. Chill. It was not nice, because honestly, guys, you humans, you are subjected to change, and when you see someone changing, you somewhat tend to like ask the most weirdest questions, because I would get weird questions from strangers, people who don't know me. They just know me living at the same race as them, and I would be like, why would you even ask me this question? Like, we're not friends. Yeah, so there's also that. There's people judging you, there's people looking at you. But I got the hang of it. My belly wasn't that big for the first like 6 months. I started like showing at 7 months, and 7 months I was already, it was December. It was time for me to go home. So yeah, that's what happened basically. I don't know what more I should be telling you guys, but I don't know, you guys can also question the questions. I had the baby in January. I was supposed to go do my practicals and I couldn't. And honestly, it's okay, man. I am on Bogoto. I'll battle it out. Yeah, I'll battle it out. Yeah, currently my baby is 2 months, almost turning 3. And yeah, things are running okay. Delivery, not so nice. I gave birth at 39 weeks and 4 days. My baby was not ready to come out by the way. Okay guys, I'm back. My phone switched off, so I had to like charge it. I even went to take a shower in case you're wondering why I'm so bright. But anyways, as for delivery, I got induced, and getting induced means you're basically forcing the baby to come out. So it was runabout late Feb, late Jan, wow, Feb, late Jan, and I was thinking school starts next month, and I only have so much time to spend with my baby, so the baby didn't want to come out, and our expectation date was the second of Feb. So I was like, so I got induced a week before my expectation date. So I was like, estimated, not expected. But anyways, I got induced. It was the most painful thing ever. So basically, they like shove this thing, this gel with this string, and they put it inside of you. And then it's supposed to like make you contract. And then that whole process took me a day. So I got to hospital on a Monday, and this is Med Clinic Limpopo, by the way. I got to hospital on the Monday. They said like in maternity ward there are no beds, so they placed me in a different like, I know what do they call it, but it's the place where they like call it a waiting area, whatever, but you get your own bed, like you get everything. It's just that you're not literally in a labor room, because in a labor room they like have those machinery and everything there, right? So I was there for a day. They checked if I'm not contracting. They said I was contracting, by the way, mind you. I was not even induced yet. So I was like, okay, maybe this baby wants to come. And then the next day I got induced, and that whole day I was feeling okay. I didn't have any problems until the following day, which is not nice. On the 29th, because I kept it on the 30th. On the 29th, the whole day I couldn't eat. Okay guys, I hate when my phone does this, but I couldn't eat. I couldn't focus, guys. Mind you, they come and check how far you are. Like, I was literally in so much pain. Apparently getting induced is worse than labor. So I was in so much pain. At some point I was shaking. When my doctor comes, guys, and he checks me, my gynecologist, he checks me and he's like, you are actually 6 centimeters, so you actually give birth at 10 centimeters. He checked me and he was like, you are at 6 centimeters, and looking at how you are right now, you will not be able to deliver this baby. This baby is too big. My baby was like 3.5 kg at the time, and guys, mind you, I am very tiny. I am very tiny, so my baby was very big. I'm gonna show you guys the video, I think, after here, but my baby was huge. So they had to, what do they call it, emergency labor, emergency C-section. So yeah, at the time they were like changing, so they have to like prepare you for C-section, and then they like shaved me. I was already shaved, but like they were just like tiny hair bits. They shaved them. They made me change what I was wearing. I wore like what they wear when they go into, what do they call it, into, I'm forgetting these terms, but anyway, yeah. Why am I forgetting such an easy name? But anyways, yeah, going into them, and then they like made me wear hair, take off my socks, like all that. And then I had to like wait, because my gynecologist, the gynecologist that was put for me, was not there, was delivering another baby, because my original gynecologist was also delivering another baby. So they had to refer me to another gynecologist who was at the time delivering another baby. So they had to be ready to receive me, so they made me wait. So as I was waiting there, guys, I was in pain. Mind you, I'm in pain. I feel like this baby wants to come out. So at some point, they moved me to go into the ward, right? And then, guess what happens? Something in me is like, this baby's gonna come out. And then I push. And then the water just breaks there. And then when that happens, they have to transfer me to a different bed. And it's not a great sign because it means the babies want to come out. And mind you, I'm going to do a C-section. So they had to transfer me to a different bed immediately and then take me into... Guys, I keep on forgetting that place. What did they call it? But I know it. I don't know why I forgot it, but that place. Why am I forgetting such an easy word? But yeah, they took me there. I keep on being interrupted, by the way. I didn't have storage, so like I had to like delete files, all that. But anyways, when I got there, I was already in labor, guys. Like I could be like, I had like contractions not too far from each other, so it was not a nice feeling because they had to like, obviously they have to like, oh, they asked me if I want to be sedated. Is that what it's called? Yeah, putting you to sleep. I think that's what it's called. And then I was like, yeah, because I was in pain, guys. I felt like I just want to get through this. I'm done with the pain. And then yeah, that happened. Gave birth on 30th, 12:33, and then I only woke up at like 3. And then the first thing I said is, I want to see my baby. And yeah, they brought my baby to me. I breastfed him for the first time. It was such a nice moment. And then later on, my significant other came. And yeah, the rest is history. As for C-section, not a nice experience, guys. I could barely walk for the first 2 days. Because I got to hospital on a Monday and I left on a Friday. My blood pressure, but something was high. So I had to like stay there longer than expected. And I was in pain. I was in a lot of pain. The doctor was scared that I was going to get an infection just from the way I was not healing properly. The C-section, not so nice. Getting up in bed, I felt like I was being cut every time I would get out of bed. But we're healed now. 2 months, 2 weeks postpartum. I think I'm pronouncing it correct. But yeah, honestly, so far so good. So far so good. Being a mom, not so easy, but like yeah. I mean, you can see now right now I'm regressed. But yeah, I do experience being a mom. I did experience the first few weeks of it, and it was not nice. You don't sleep. You barely have a life after giving birth. But it's a nice experience. It's worth it. I would recommend it. Yeah, I'd recommend it. But not when you're not ready for it. Not when you're young, okay? Wait for the right time. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions, anything you would like to ask, anything you'd like to know, please just make it appropriate, because I'm not going to answer stupid questions. I'm not going to answer questions that like are subjected to hate, okay? So please, when you're asking questions, ask user-friendly questions, because I don't like to like respond to questions that are too obvious or respond to something that has been said in the video. But anyways, yeah, maybe I'll do a part 2, because I'm not really saying everything. I'm leaving specific things out because I don't feel like they're important. So you can ask the questions and I'll answer. Anyways, if you like this video, please comment, share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Honestly, I will take the criticism. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hates. I know, knowing South African people, so it's okay. It's okay, but just please be nice, guys. Please be nice. Some of us are suffering out here. I'm an introvert. I don't know if you guys have noticed, so I don't like when people like tend to push sharp things at you, you know? But anyways, that's about it. Thank you. See you guys next time.